I just returned from 6 weeks in Vietnam, traveling around the country, and trying to stay as raw as I possibly could. Usually when I travel, I generally have a hard time staying raw, and worse than that, I usually end up coming back feeling miserable. This time I had a reasonable amount of success, and I'd like to share with you what worked and some things that I learned that I'll take on my next trip. So I spent about 6 weeks traveling throughout the country, and at the end of the 6 weeks, when I returned home, I found out that I lost 8 pounds, which was pretty good because I didn't do anything to try to lose the weight. I didn't try to count calories or anything, and it went pretty well. For the most part, I ate a lot of fruit. Every morning I'd have a fruit smoothie, and I always take this Tri-Best travel blender with me. It works really well. But I usually made oranges, mangoes, and pineapple fruit smoothies for breakfast. And this, blend it up, do a couple of these, and that was my breakfast. A lot of times I'd have bananas or durian for lunch. Durian was great because it would fill me up pretty well, and I wouldn't want anything till dinner time. At dinner I had a lot of stir-fried rice, stir-fried noodles with veggies and stuff, and occasional small amounts of meat, pork, and chicken. So I had a lot of energy, felt great. It was a great trip. What I did realize that I was missing and was difficult was making salads. It's easy traveling, I think, to get a lot of fruit and get your fruit intake, but it's really difficult eating veggies. So what I'm going to definitely do on my next trip is bring more things to make a salad. First thing I did was I went out yesterday and I picked up this small salad spinner. I think I definitely need this. It takes up space, but there's room you can put stuff in it, and it'll second as a salad bowl when I make my salads. So this I'm definitely bringing with me from now on whenever I go, so I can wash and clean my salad. The other thing that's very important is to have things for salad dressing. I found that it was difficult to find olive oil and nuts, seeds, and certain spices. At least the spices that I like to put in a salad. So I'm going to bring 2 empty jars. I think I'm going to put some olive oil in one. I'm going to bring a bottle of vinegar, flavored vinegar or something, and I'm going to bring some of the some spices, probably some mustard, and probably some raw agave would be good to make for a salad dressing or to put in a banana smoothie. I also bring a little, actually I put this stuff that could break in this flexible little cooler. That worked really well. I packed this full in my suitcase with different things, and so it doesn't really take up space, and you've got a little cooler with you to store things when you're traveling. So key thing for traveling and being raw is a little travel blender, vegetable salad spinner, and some spices and stuff, and planned just for things to make a salad dressing with, because on the road it's definitely hard to find the right ingredients and just to plan ahead of time. One thing that I did find out that I should add now too is that I had a lot of energy, an extreme amount of energy. A lot of times I like to take naps. In the 6 weeks I tried to take a nap and I couldn't. I just had too much energy. Part of the thing is I've learned is that the cacao, usually when I'm home I make an afternoon smoothie with 2 tablespoons of raw cacao powder. And I've read and heard from other people that cacao isn't as good as what we've been taught to believe. So I didn't have the cacao with me when I was in Vietnam, so I'm thinking that might have been one of the reasons that I had so much more energy than I usually have. So the cacao is out of my diet now. I also had some mild headaches and a little rash on my finger that I attribute to the cacao, and so I'm cutting drastically back on that. Other than that, I leave in a week for Nicaragua, and I'm going to take all the stuff with me, and hopefully I'll have more success. And thanks for watching, and go Raw.